The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered 12. Covered.
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Welcome to Wednesday, everybody. How are you? It is the Bostonian versus the book. Another episode with you guys live on YouTube and Twitter at Boston versus the book. Replayed on Sirius XM, channel 159 and Sports Grid Television. Wednesday, baseball and college football. Mr. Sharapan, how are you doing on this day? This is the first time I'm seeing you wear a non-sports shirt in quite a while. Did DJ Thump get you into the Eminem reference mindset? This is
laundry.
Like laundry day.
It was simply laundry.
Okay.
Yeah, but I wore sweatshirt. I wear a lot of plain sweatshirts and stuff now.
But they always have sports on them. They're always logoed.
No. I wore one Monday. Didn't have nothing on it. Black sweatshirt, Under Armour. That's it. We got a lot of those. We're trying to incorporate in.
All right.
You still can't tell me what to wear. Not you, not nobody else. Please, we ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna have that. So
try.
Baseball fired up early morning this morning, doing the Pirate video. We only got 5 more of those left. I'm a little melancholy that the Pirate season's ending, but we got playoffs coming. Our friend Charlie, remember Charlie, who we saw down at the book at Circa, the guy that bets, the bail bondsman guy.
Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah.
Got a very big position on a couple teams in the AL West. So him and I were trading some texts this morning. I told Uncle Charlie I would mention him at the beginning of the show because he's got a big route today.
Seattle, right, is what he wants. That's the best.
Seattle needs in. They're back.
That's the best ticket from Seattle. Yes. Remember correctly. He said, if Seattle wins the West, we're doing well.
That's it. He needs Seattle to get in there. Just get into playoffs. He's got that big position on Baltimore too. Yeah, baseball playoffs, baby. This is it. This is fun. Last week, college football. You put all those games in a rundown. They're all double-digit games. All of them. But we'll get to them.
We'll get to them. A couple on Friday.
Are we going to talk Taylor Swift right off the top?
No. There's nothing else to talk about.
Thank you.
There's nothing else other than Mad Dog making my entire day today on ESPN. I love him. He's just Chris. I don't know. I will always look up to Christopher Russo. I will always laugh. And that rant on Taylor Swift today was absolutely epic. Epic rant. If you haven't seen it yet, go find it. It is so good today. He literally had Marcus Spears crying. It was so good. It was just, flipping out, having a reaction like everybody else had a reaction of like, this is 2 weeks old and you're hanging out with mom. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I have no idea what we're doing other than I think everyone's coming around to the idea that they're just going to be friends. Like,
yeah, let's just be friends.
Yeah, I think
there's nothing good that else is going to come out of that.
Except for Travis Kelce getting a whole lot of more publicity than before. So, yeah.
I guess so.
A lot of publicity before. Travis Kelce now is on the map. If he wants to do another dating show, he can do another dating show. By the way, do you think – here's one question about Taylor Swift, but Kelce more than Taylor Swift. Is it fair if an ex 5 years after the fact is able to go public and like issue a warning to the girl you're courting? Did you see this?
Started a whole thing over. You got me all confused.
All right, so Travis Kelce was on a dating show.
Okay.
He
recently?
Like 5 years ago or something.
Oh, okay. Before he was Travis Kelce.
No, he was Travis Kelce. He was in the NFL. He was Travis Kelce, but he was like, he wasn't 33. He was like his late 20s.
Okay.
And he dated this woman and they broke up.
Okay.
And then yesterday she came out with a public warning for Taylor Swift saying once a cheater, always a cheater.
Ooh.
Is that fair? Like, is it fair for an ex to publicly go to the new person in your life and issue a warning. It feels dirty pool to me. It feels a little bit.
I mean,
it feels a little wrong.
Can't just try to look out for your homie.
But if you're friends with her, then fine. But they have no connection and nothing to do with each other, and you're just going to randomly drag him, publicly for something that happened in your relationship 5 years ago. So he now, his current situation gets spoiled. Not fair. I think that's out of bounds. That's not. I don't think that's okay.
I mean, if you're going to stray, you might have to pay.
That's true, but you pay with the person that you strayed on, not in future relationships.
You always owe. You always owe.
So she's right. Once a cheater, always a cheater. You can't never.
You owe. People owe. You got to be every decision you make. You got a kid. We got kids. Everybody got kids. Make decisions. You live with the results. I mean, she ain't lying. When is she going to, is she lying about what she's saying?
I don't look, because I'm not in that relationship. So I have no idea what happened or how.
Exactly. So you can't say whether it's
we're dragging him, but we're dragging him for post history stuff. I don't know. I don't think that that's fair. I had a problem with that. I didn't like that at all. I was like, you know what? And I've never
be a jag off, and then
and I agree with that. But I have never cheated on anyone in my entire life. Not girlfriend, wife, nobody. Zero, nothing.
It ain't worth it. I never did either.
Yeah, I don't like lying, and the ultimate lie is by stepping out on the person you're dating. Because as I've said before, I'm just not smart enough to keep track of my lies. So it's better to not have to lie to go, what did I tell that person? Shoot. So I'm not trying to say that Kelsey cheating on her was okay or justifying any guy who cheats on a girl. It's just that, like, to publicly do it, to throw his, I don't know. I feel like that just is unfortunate.
Sometimes silence is power. Like, you don't have to say anything. Other times,
if she asked, if Taylor asks, what's Travis like? Oh, unload, tell the whole story. But Taylor wasn't asking you your opinion. She didn't know who you are. And then you offer your opinion publicly, and then TMZ picks it up and big, huge headline story. Travis Kelce's ex issues warning for Taylor Swift.
I don't know. It's a good point. Floodhouse said people change over time. That's true. I don't know if it's fair or not. It's just, it doesn't need to be said unless you want to say it. You have to know what's coming. If you do it, you always got to know that it could come back. Everything you do could come back to get you at some point. I don't know.
But you and I both subscribe to the same principle of basically, we're going to judge you based upon how you treat me. I'm not going to judge you based upon things you did with somebody else. I'm going to judge you about how you are to me. Who are you to me? If you're an asshole to me, then okay, fine. But if you're an asshole to somebody else, I don't know. I wasn't part of that conversation. I don't know all the details.
Well, and I'll get the details. Like, if I don't know the details, I'll get the details. I'll reach out. I'll talk to someone and find out exactly. So I don't like the lying. I never did. No. I had some very good lessons from watching my dad and mom raise us and learn the importance of telling the truth. Always tell the truth. Truth will set you free. The truth will lead you to the other truth. It's all good. It's all good. But you don't need to put the business out there for everybody unless there's a reason why she said that.
Clout chasing. She wanted to be relevant again for 10 minutes. Yeah. That's all that. I mean, she has some connection to Travis, so she's going to throw him out there because she gets clicks and she gets attention. If you go on a reality TV show, dating show, you know what you're there for.
None of it's reality.
Right. It's all about clicks and attention. So she gets 5 minutes of attention because she had a relationship with Travis Kelce.
Did you ever want to go on one of those shows?
Absolutely not.
Are you old enough to remember the dating game?
Of course.
That was always one of those ones that I always wondered, like growing up as a kid, like, how do those people get on this? Like, what are they doing?
Oh, they
auditioned. Is this for
real? Yeah, they auditioned to get on that.
I know, but
do you know there's a buck naked one now in Australia that HBO Max is putting on?
A what?
You're naked. It's a naked dating show.
Really?
Yeah. 100% naked.
Where's the shot?
They blur out.
Neck up?
They kind of blur it out. So like, you're standing behind this piece of glass and you're talking to the person, but you're naked while you're doing it, and they like block it out. And then I guess they do show at some point, they do show them
like frosted glass kind
Yep.
of thing. Like,
yeah, but I guess I do. I haven't seen. I just saw a trailer on it yesterday on Twitter.
Seriously,
I was like, yeah, seriously. I was like, wow, because people are pretty angry. They're like, this is the lowest common denominator. You know, at first it was like, Love is Blind is the show on Netflix that everybody talks about now because it's, you know, people who aren't as attractive, I guess, and they try to get, you know, super hot with average looking people. But like, I don't know. This one's different. People are mad about this one because it's fully naked.
Listen, anything goes now. Though they just solved that writer's strike, so
let's go, please. Let's go.
You know,
I need some stuff back in my life. Yeah, I need.
We'll
movies,
get intelligent writing back. To
shows are coming back. Yeah, like we're actually getting real entertainment. Is like, thank goodness. I'm happy they got it done. I don't know nothing about the details. I don't know who won. I'm just glad that it's over. Like they can get back to doing what they need to do. Get back to writing. Get back to producing great content. What they're great at doing. Because boy, are we thin right now on the entertainment side.
Yeah. Before we get started on the baseball and the rundown and the sports, I saw your tweet yesterday about the circle. About the circle getting smaller.
Oh,
and
right.
The circle getting bigger.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. I don't have it in front of me, so if I had it,
I'll get it.
I would read it. But
I'll get it. Come on.
It reminded me of this show and how I think our circle, we're defying that statement a little bit in that our circle is getting bigger in the brigade and the realness and the people involved.
But I don't think it necessarily means I don't think it's in referencing to like the audience or the people. I think it has more to do.
It's more in reference to life. It's true. Yeah. It's true.
It's more in reference to life.
Yeah.
The faker you are, the bigger your circle will be. The realer you are, the smaller your circle will be. These are well-known facts.
Well said.
And I would agree with that. 100%. I just tweeted this and put that out because I think it's absolutely the truth. Especially at our age. I mean, I know there's people in the audience who are younger than 40, but I think when you get to 40, we're old enough to realize that there's a lot of bullshit in the world and we don't have the time for it.
Not at all.
Like, you don't need to worry about the things like that's when I was young, my uncles used to tell me all the time, like, you worry about things that you won't worry about in the future.
Yeah.
Because you're just in your 20s, you worry about things that you think are important right now, but they're not really important. You'll figure it out on your own. But I was always be like, whatever, old man, what are we talking about? Like, I used to just ignore it. Like, I just be like, what the hell is he talking about? Like I worry about important things.
Yeah.
You look back on it, you're like, damn, they were so right. Like, there's just you hit 40 and you just realize it. Like, it's a great Ani DeFranco lyric that I reference all the time, but if you're not getting happier as you get older, you're fucking up. And I really believe that, because the older you get, we have the answers to the test. Like, we know what happens. We know if you do this, this is happening. You're old enough to know the consequences of your actions.
Right.
And if you're still choosing to be pissed off, unhappy, mad, whatever it might be, it's kind of on you.
It's on
like
you.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to. You're 40, 45, 50, whatever it is. You're choosing for whatever reason, but you know a way out. You're just choosing not to go and do that way out.
Yeah.
Like, that is why, I mean, literally, that is why I went and got divorced, because I literally had that lyric in my head going, I got a problem. I'm not getting happier. I'm unhappier year after year after year. I'm not getting happier. I don't like where this is going. I got to make a massive change in my life.
Yeah. Well, that was good. It was hard, but sometimes change is hard. And sometimes I mean, you talk about your uncles telling you stuff. I was around older guys my whole life. I was always the kid hanging out with my dad and his coworkers, friends, not friends, associates, whatever it was hanging out in places I probably shouldn't have been sometimes, but always just listening, learning. Didn't say much, just always listening. And I used to say it and didn't realize when I was saying it, but I said, I'm living for the back nine. They're like, what are you talking about? I said, I'm living for the back nine. The front nine is till 50. The back nine's after 50. Made it to 50, almost died, made it through. And now it's like, you're right. Like real has always been real. Fake has always been fake. You didn't know it in your 20s and sometimes 30s, but when you get in your 40s, you're like, what is this? I don't need this. I'm not worrying about this. I got to worry about this. And then, we start doing this show. We got a lot of people watching and coming in to chat and all this other stuff. It's incredible. I feel like the circle, at least here, is getting a little bit bigger, but in a good way.
I would agree.
Right? Like, there's no bullshit when you come in here. Like, whether you bet $5, 5,000, anything in between, we don't care. Whether you're in Canada, you're in the United States, you're on the East Coast, even Connecticut, we don't care. Male, female, we don't care. Get here late, get here early, get in the Discord. What's the Discord again?
BVBshow.com.
Get in there, participate. Don't just be yourself and be real. It's good.
You know what's cool though? Do you know what's cool about our audience?
What?
We don't have many assholes. It's really
They
interesting.
weed themselves out.
It's really good. I mean, because I've done other shows, I've done other things, other Discord channels and whatnot. Like, you go in our Discord channel and like, I've never gone in there and like, I got like, I've seen it once. I've seen one time where one person was in there being a complete jagoff and just pissing everybody off and just saying all the negative things. And you're right. Our guys policed it really quickly. Our guys were really good. Our admins took care of it and it was over in 2 seconds. But I never feel like when I open up our Discord channel, I'm wondering like, what are they talking about? Like, I never have a worry about what they're always talking about, either something funny or fun, or Mikey Awesome's posting my face or your face and whatever it might be. Like, it's always funny. It's always lighthearted. It puts me in a good mood. And I do appreciate that for you guys who are part of that Discord channel, who are heavily active in our Discord channel. It is fun for me to go in there and see you guys and know that it's going to be a fun place to hang out.
It's so good to be able to give and take. And I think as you get older, you talk about the give and the take, like, and how much you love boxing, how much I love boxing workouts. I might have to just join a gym myself and not really get hit too much, but just do the training, because you give and you take. And if you can do that as a grown up, it's fun. Like, when you're right, you can crow. When you're wrong, you eat the crow. It's all good. Like, that's just, I just saw that tweet yesterday and I was like, I got to mention that at the beginning of the show at the top, because I saw it and I was like, yep, he gets it. People ask all the time, what do you two talk about when you talk? I have no idea what I'm going to talk about with him the next time I talk to him, but it's usually something pretty good.
The way we roll, just the way we roll. Okay, what happened last night? Let's talk about the Cubs. I mean, man, last night felt like the old Chicago Cubs. This felt, watching this game on TBS last night, I'm going, this is the Cubs before they won the World Series. This is before Theo Epstein fixed the Cubs, because that game being up 5-0 on the road against the Braves in a game that you needed, and then you blow the lead, and then you do the Bartman-esque, your ball, no, your ball, no, your ball, doink right in the middle. What was that?
I'm doing the Sports Grid Live with Wetzel. And I go to Matty G, the producer. I go +3.5 Braves. It's 4-0 at the time. I said, we should take +3.5 with the Braves. What do you think? He's like, I can't do it. Cubs are going to win. I'm like, hold on. They don't have to win. So we're getting 3.5. It's even money. That's a good bet. He's like, I don't think so. I don't think so. Steele's pitching. I said, Steele's not going to pitch a complete game. I said, just wait. Then it was 4-0. Then it was 4-1 and 5-1. I was like, maybe it wasn't a good bet. Maybe you were right, Matt. And then boom. Started coming back. And we're getting ready to get off the air. I'm like, we should have taken that +3.5. They might come back and win the game. So now I'm watching it. That ball gets lost in the light. Olsen was walking home because it was out. It was going to be an out. And it looks up, can't see the ball. It drops. The run score. The Braves win. Cubs lose. Did you text anyone that's a Cubs fan?
No, because it was late, but I just if you're a Cub fan, it's kind of like the Red Sox, but in a way, but like you're so used to that feeling that it's almost like you almost don't even need to rub it in. Like this is like climbing into a warm bed. This is like, oh, this feels so comfortable. I'm so used to this feeling of having my heart being literally ripped out of my chest at the end of the year. It's just so true. I mean, Justin Steele left the game. It was so wild. They had the shot. TBS had the shot of him walking off, and he's just disgusted. He's just shaking his head. He was so mad that he came out of the game. He was like, giving the ball to that guy. Really? That guy. Against this lineup, you're giving the ball to that. Okay, watch what happens. And then bang. It was instantly a game. Then it was 7-6. It was 7-5, and then 7-6. And I'm just like, I can't believe the Cubs lost that game because by losing it, they gave the Central to the Brewers.
Right.
Brewers,
Which
they lost to the Reds, and they still clinched.
And so like I texted Iggy, Chef Iggy from Omelet Cafe, and he responds with, I just always said was, I can't believe your Cubs just lost that game. And he goes, yeah, me too. They are done. They overachieved. It was a good year. Just like that. Like last week, he was like, hey, if I get the Cubs tickets, do you want to go to Chicago? Like, we're going to maybe go to a playoff game and all this other stuff. And immediately, like, he went right into what you said, the warm bed, pulled the covers up and said, all right, night. We were right there. Yep. Bye-bye. And so I went out to eat by myself last night. I was in the mood for steak. My favorite steak place here closed. It's boarded up. So I went to the Santa Fe and went to the steakhouse by myself.
What was the steakhouse?
Fire Rock. Done.
They're closed?
Shut the doors, boarded up, done. No more. And I was in the mood for a steak. Yeah, we went there 2 months ago. Me and you had a dinner at the bar. Done. So I went and I went by myself.
Yep.
Got a glass of wine and a steak, and I'm watching the TV, and Bob Uecker is talking as they're celebrating. The Brewers are celebrating. Is there a cooler thing than celebrating making the playoffs in baseball?
It's better when you win and you clinch yourself.
It's weird though when they lose, right?
They backed in. I mean, even they said it. They were like, it was a little of a muted celebration because they lost 4-1 to the Reds, and then
he's frozen.
And I reset everything.
Bam. Come back, Jack.
No, hold on. There, now back.
Now you're back. Okay.
I reset everything. See, I still reset everything. I did it all this morning. It still didn't work. So, but yes, I mean, you back your way into the playoffs. It's a muted celebration. It's not nearly as exciting when you look up and see, oh, we're in. Okay, yay, celebrate.
It's really cool to see because you're supposed to stay pretty even keel all during baseball season, right?
Right.
You have a moment or two walk-offs, and you have a moment or two where you have a tough loss where you get walked off. But for the most part, they go in the clubhouse, they get showered, and they go home, and it's another day the next day. This one, you made it. You made the playoffs. Now, it may be a short series. It may be a short stay. At least it's a 3-game series to start.
Now, on the other side, did you see the Phillies celebrate? Because they threw down. The Philadelphia Phillies had themselves a party last night. When they clinched, that was funny.
My Phillies hat. I didn't bring my Phillies hat over.
They were drunk. They were on camera. They were doing funny things. Swarberg was all over the place doing all sorts of funny, everybody was on TV. He was like jumping behind them and doing different things.
Right.
Is this the team we fade today with the old adage, the night before, if they clinch, the next day you fade?
I did on a pirate video that I shot this morning. I did the Bet Rivers app.
Because the number ran. It was, I almost did it last night. It was 110.
Yeah.
Now it's 120. It's plus
130 in places.
Okay, now it's plus 130. The Phillies
No. It's minus. It's minus 130 plus 120.
Pirates?
No, Phillies are minus 130. That's what it was last night. Same thing.
Oh, it was let's see. It was minus 1 before the show. It was minus 120. It was plus 120.
Plus 120 on the Pirates is the same number.
Yeah, no, it was plus 10. It was plus 108 last night.
Oh, really?
I didn't. Yeah, because I was going to bet it, and then I held on to it because I'm either going to bet the Pirates money line or the over for the Cubs and the Braves. That number's dropped by a full run from 10.5 to 9.5. So I haven't decided yet, but I might jump in with money line Pirates.
I did the pirate video that will air on the pregame show today.
Mm-hmm.
Is you can actually parlay the run line and the total on the Bet Rivers app. So
Wow. Okay.
it was so I took Pirates plus 1.5, which they lost by 1 again last night.
Mm-hmm.
They have one of the best records in baseball on the run line. They've been getting a run and a half. It's I think they got 85 wins or something on the spread.
The Pittsburgh Pirates have 80 wins, 80 and
Okay.
77.
Oh, the other side I
the run
looked
line.
at had 84 in the difference. So
okay.
I don't know.
Still good though. I mean, they're still one of the top teams in baseball.
And they've been getting a run and a half, but you could take a run and a half and over. Was like plus 220 or something, a parlay. The guy said do something different, so I did something different again today. It's only a couple days left. Wow, we got ads on the show live while we're doing the show, by the way.
Well, that's a new thing that happened. I meant to write that into the onto the tweet, onto the chat. For YouTube is requiring that now. That is no longer something you can opt out of. So I put it on the very, very last minimal. Guys should see the minimal amount of ads that you can see, but all live streams now will have ads.
Really?
Yeah, they'll have ads. So
I feel like we've been ahead of this whole curve, like this whole thing. Now they're going to force you to put the ads on during the live streams because people are doing live streams because these places that are paying you supposedly to do the shows on their networks aren't paying you and they're keeping the ad money. So people are doing the ad money here, forcing you. Learning so much about this business. That's interesting.
Yeah, that
Boys
was
and girls in the chat,
email.
thank you for being here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and suffer through the ads. Looks like
if it's super annoying,
seconds.
tell me, because then we'll kind of recalibrate the whole thing. But we want to have ads on the pre-roll, but the in content was never a thing. Pre-roll ads, click out of it. 5 seconds later, you click out of it and you're done. That's very common, very typical on YouTube. The change this morning is the in content stuff for YouTube. That now they rolled it out.
Rosano just came in and said it's every 5 minutes. I don't know. DM came in and said he thought my shit was tripping. Eron Shad said, "What's effing ads now?"
All right, I'll address it afterwards.
We'll figure it out.
It's something new.
Calm.
Yeah, it's something new that happened today. See, Floodhouse said I haven't had an ad, so it's not everyone. It's whatever.
Oh,
yeah. So it's different, but I'll figure that out as to.
We're learning as we go. People, stay with us, please. Stay with us. We appreciate you.
Jade Betts, by the way, breaking news.
Yeah, did you see this? It's happening right now.
Yeah, breaking news. Portland, Milwaukee, and Phoenix have agreed to a 3-team trade. The Bucks get Damian Lillard. Whoa.
Bam.
The Suns get Nurkic, and the Blazers get DeAndre Ayton. Wow. Lillard goes to the Bucks. I am not happy about that.
Giannis is staying.
Yep. They got a killer.
Go get me Dame.
They got a killer.
Go get me Bucks. I'm glad I bought that jacket.
The Milwaukee Bucks have
right
a
here.
killer.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
I hate that. The Milwaukee Bucks have a killer. That's going to be all right. Interesting. I don't think I can change the ad settings while I'm here. I might be able to do it while I'm actually physically on the air. Change the ad settings on this. So if you guys are getting annoyed, I can just shut it off. I can. How about that? I can. Okay. I'll just shut this off and then we'll learn as we go. Okay. So I'll be curious if that has, if that works. So I just killed the ads. So, on that 9 ads so far, Eron, that's got something that's weird. I don't know what's going on with that. That's different. Eron Sean said he's seen 9 ads in 30 minutes.
9 ads.
Yeah, that's not
Eron.
Yeah, I just killed it. So I just killed I just killed all ads for the rest of the show. So hopefully that will take. And if that takes, we won't have a problem. So we'll figure that next step out for tomorrow.
Premium doesn't get ads. That's what Big Business said. Just
What's
leave
premium?
everything the same today. Don't hit nothing. Don't change
No,
nothing.
they forced me to change. I didn't have a choice. I just shut it all off.
Okay.
I didn't have a choice. So this morning I had no choice. They said you have to pick. Do you want it on or off? And if you want it on, because we have it on, if you want it on, you have to have in content ads. So now I just shut it off. So we'll figure that out going forward. What's the way of doing that? There may be some customization I can do after the fact that we're learning about that, because that's super annoying. So we don't want people to have to worry about getting bombarded with. It was supposed to have been every 30 minutes you got one ad. That's what you're supposed to have. But we'll figure that out.
We don't know if we get paid at all, Whitrock. Whitrock just said you guys get paid less if you don't have the ads.
Yes, we do. It's fine. We do, but it's fine. It's no big deal. It's true.
Okay.
I mean, the ads, we do get ad revenue. That is the YouTube agreement. We do get ad revenue from YouTube. So, yeah, shutting it off would be costly, but not extraordinarily costly. If it's annoying, then I want to kill it. So, it is something that we can not have if it really becomes a problem. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, well, we'll get to the NBA later. I mean, we haven't done NBA futures yet. That's going to change the market dramatically. I mean, I'm assuming the books have pulled down NBA futures, right? If they had them up.
I mean, that's going to change the numbers.
It's got it.
That right now.
Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks I can't believe the Bucks have a killer. That's so frustrating as a Celtics fan. That's so frustrating. That's such a huge trade for the Bucks.
On my head, and I went and got a Bucks jacket. I had it out last night, and I didn't know why. I was like, "Why is this jacket here?" And it's weird
because the Celtics are. I mean, Porzingis with this. If Porzingis stays healthy, that's the Bucks' answer to Kristaps going to the Celtics. It just took them a long time to do it.
Man,
but, I mean, how about the Suns getting rid of DeAndre Ayton though? That's also interesting. They're going to go small. That's going to be a small lineup.
The Suns just nuked everything.
Well, Ayton's a pain in the
KD got there, the coach gone, Ayton gone. Like, there's all kind of things happening.
Chris
Contour
Paul
22 said Rudy Gay just went to the Warriors. What is going on right now with the Bucks, with the NBA? Why are they making moves now?
Training camp's about to open. See that video of Steph Curry running in the sand in the desert over in, I think it was Saudi Arabia, wherever he was?
Sean said, play the ads because I want you guys to make that money.
Thank you. Appreciate that. But I killed it for now. So we'll fix it for tomorrow. So I just got rid of it just to make sure that's not annoying.
Let me see what the Bucks number is. Hold on. Oh, this is fun.
It's got to be pulled down. It can't be up right now.
Why? Just move it. Who the hell's betting it right now?
Milwaukee fans.
That's fine. Let them come in and bet it. What are we going to do? Take it down? I'm not taking it down. We got to leave it up. They are not a favorite. Win the whole thing. Plus 360.
Wow.
Done.
Went right to
Denver
the favorite.
Nuggets plus 430. Celtics plus 480. Suns plus 6-1. And then the Lakers at 14-1.
What's the East?
Conference and division. Bucks plus 145, Celtics plus 200, and then the third choice is who? Guess.
The third choice in the East, Miami?
Nah. Sixers.
No, God, don't bet that.
It's 850.
It's a bad bet.
It's 850, and then the Cavs are 11-1, the Heat 16-1, and the Knicks. Don't bet the Knicks. Friends, don't let friends bet the Knicks. Please don't do that.
Hold on. Let me think about this for a second. Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat are 16-1. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. To win the
East?
Hold on. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Hold on.
Wow.
Miami Heat 16-1 to win the East. Yeah.
Surprised.
Why?
I don't know. They were pretty good last year. I mean, they're bringing back the team. They got Tyler Hero coming back who will be healthy. They didn't get worse.
30-1 to win it all.
Wow. No respect in the market for what the Miami Heat did last year.
There never is.
Nobody thought that was real. Everyone saying that was a fluke. Wow.
I mean, kind of wasn't it?
I mean, I guess you beat the Celtics. I mean, Boston made it a series, went down 3-0, made it a series, lost in game 7.
Butchie came in and chat, said, when I said who's betting that, he said people that know, but he put no in his EAUX because he's insane LSU guy. Stop with that, please. People that know. We're going to talk about LSU today?
No.
Thank goodness.
That we'll talk about that number on Friday.
All right. I don't know. This is fun though. This is good. The NBA's that we're coming back. I just got a text from our other guy, AP, asking if anybody wants to go to the Knights game tonight. They got a home game. I mean, the other sports are getting ready to start, Perrault. This is fun.
Oh no, look what I'm wearing. There's a reason for that. I'm wearing hockey. Hat. Yeah. I'm wearing
baby.
it.
We're back.
I'm getting excited. I'm fired up. When my phone started to buzz with Flash Score, I got ridiculously giddy. I was so happy. I was like, "Oh my God, it's back! It's back! It's back! My favorite app on my phone is back." And I get the little buzz, goal, buzz, goal, buzz, goal. Like, this is awesome. I love that app. It's the best $4 I spend every year. It's phenomenal. $4 Flash Score. It's the fastest app for hockey goal scoring on the market. Not an ad. That's a straight unpaid endorsement. I love it. Absolutely love it when I get it. And I got it 2 days ago. I got my first one and I went, here we go. Let's go. So fun. So fun. I love it. I love hockey season. I'm so happy hockey's coming back. Let's go. Basketball is back too. That's going to be a lot of fun as a Celtics fan. Please, can the basketball gods please let Porzingis be healthy? Can Porzingis please be healthy the whole year? Can you just give me that one? Give me one 82-game season for Porzingis. Just one. Just, you know what? Forget it. Don't give me 82. Give me 60 in the whole playoffs.
Oh, God.
Give me a 60-game season with Porzingis and give him health throughout the entire postseason. Just see what this guy's going to do.
Just accept your fate. It's not happening.
Do you know how big of a matchup problem this is going to be for teams to have a 7'3" dude on the wing with Brown and Tatum? Like, no one's really, we haven't seen it really yet. But when we see this, we're going to go, holy crap. Like, this is a crazy. Brad Stevens is a damn mastermind. My man crush is back on. Absolutely love Brad Stevens. I love this. We're not talking nearly enough. I cannot wait to watch Porzingis play with Brown and Tatum.
What is wrong with you right now? What did we just create?
You opened the door. I wasn't going to talk about this, but this is why I've been talking about this for 2 weeks. I'm in love with this. All my Celtics people, I am in love with this Celtics roster if it stays healthy. Malcolm Brogdon is going to be healthy. You have him to be there. I mean, the point guard spot's still a little bit tough. And yes, Marcus Smart, the dog, is gone. So who's a tough guy in the locker room? You need Al Horford really to be like, let's go. He has to be the iron fist when the team gets soft. But man alive, I like this roster a lot for the Celtics. Like, this is a championship caliber roster for the Boston Celtics.
I'm all on the Bucks. This will be fun.
Dame on the Bucks. That's what I mean. They have a killer. The thing that they don't have. The reason
why Dame time is on the Bucks, baby.
The Boston Celtics beat the Bucks and will continue to beat the Bucks in the postseason because they didn't have a killer. Now they got a killer. Now they got a problem. But Brogdon against Tatum would be, against Dame would be interesting. They have a defensive matchup that I like. But if Lillard's motivated, uh-oh. And you know he is.
Our Fred Big Man Mish just sent me a text. My lordy Lord, look at that Bucks jacket. We're back, baby. The Bucks are back for the glory. Milwaukee's and Brewers are in the playoffs. We were talking about them celebrating in Milwaukee right when the information came in. Mm-hmm. And now Dame Lillard's going to the central part of the United States. I think on the Milwaukee Bucks, baby.
That'll be a bigger. I get that. That's a huge headline. That's a monster headline, and people will talk about that because they should. But I think the fact that the Suns traded DeAndre Ayton, I'm very curious because the West is more difficult than the East, and I want to know how they're going to play next year. I can't wait to watch how the Suns are going to do it. Are they going to play on the perimeter and just say forget the paint and we're going to shoot the whole time?
It's KD's team now, right?
I know, but still need that presence. You still need a defensive rim protector.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, you still do. In
the West?
Yeah. You face the Lakers, who's guarding their big?
AD?
Who's guarding Davis? He's going to post you up and go to work.
Play?
What? Well, he's healthy. He's got to be healthy, obviously. Got to be healthy. Okay, when you're playing against the Memphis Grizzlies, when you're playing against who's guarding Joker? When you play the Nuggets, what are you gonna do? You let him go for 50 every night, every time you play?
Denver's plus 430 to win it all. The Suns are 6-1. The Lakers are then 14. The Warriors 16. Clippers, who's going to fall for the Clippers again? I keep falling for them. 20-1.
Yep.
Mavericks 24.
Wow.
Memphis 30. Pelicans, come on with the Pelicans. Please don't make me do this again with the Pelicans. Make the playoffs. 47-1. Sacktown 50-1. West is fun, but the Suns maybe. Do you think they cleared out Ayton to go get a big man?
Maybe that's possible. Yep. Maybe they're clear. Maybe they're not done. That's possible. Reshaping that roster. They need some youth. They're getting long in the tooth. That's an older team.
Rapping a little bit today. I like that. That was good. That was good. You got it. See, you got it in you.
The Diamondbacks destroyed the White Sox 15-4. So I guess those
they were down,
tickets.
by the way. They were down 4-1.
Yeah.
And we were on. I said, might be time to buy the Diamondbacks, just saying. They were plus $3, down 3 runs in the second.
And then, yeah.
Bam.
$1
to see that.
It was $1.
$1.
I appreciate the person who put the actual prices on our Discord channel. You could see all the locations, 99 cents across the board. 99
That
cents.
was real.
That was real. That was not fake. Multiple thousands and thousands and thousands of tickets for $1 to go to that game.
Man.
Unbelievable. You said this in our chat. I don't understand. Josh Hader last night refused to go in and get a 4-out save.
Right.
He goes, it says, when he was asked why he refused to go in, he goes, it's the situation that we're at. And when asked to clarify, he said, are we in a playoff race? Technically, yes, but it would take a miracle. To which he replied, you guys want me to do everything. This is not a good look, right?
No.
This is a bad look.
That's not good.
You just go take the ball and go out there. Yeah, I'm not doing that for 4 outs. Sorry. Wait, what?
See, this is the problem though, right? Like at the end of the season, when you're not playing for anything and there's no contract incentives and stuff, me guys become real me guys.
Yeah, Josh Hader's a me guy. And then look at there's rumors out there that the Padres are going to do what the Mets just did.
They may implode. Has it worked?
Yeah, they may look to trade Tatis. They may look to trade Machado. They may look to unload their big contracts and say, we went for it. We tried it. It didn't work. But this guy won't be back next year on the Padres. He's a darn good closer.
I at some point, there's business decisions being made, right?
Mm-hmm.
In all sports, at the end of seasons and things like that, you're not coming back. So, no, I guess you warm up. Well, I got to get 4 outs. I ain't doing that. I'm only throwing 1 inning.
I'm not going in. What do you mean you're not going in? I'm not going in.
All right, like what?
Excuse me? Like, yeah, sorry. Like, you're a professional. You get paid to play a sport. What do you mean you're not going in to get 4 outs? You guys want me to do everything. Whoa, man. Okay.
I don't know. Sometimes when it becomes about me, it's time to go.
Agreed.
But you still have to make those decisions. I don't blame the players all the time. A lot of times the situations dictate that. I'm not saying he should have gone in or he shouldn't have gone in. I wasn't there. I don't know. His arm's hurt. Nothing about it. I just know whatever's you tried in San Diego, it ain't working. It hasn't been working.
Yeah.
All the celebrations after homers and all that other stuff. Maybe worry about winning games. When you win the games, you can do that stuff.
So the Mariners beat the Astros last night, 1-1. Game 3 is tonight. We may want to watch Game 3 because this could get interesting. Dusty Baker said this after the game last night about his players getting hit. Yeah. I'm tired of our guys getting hit. It makes guys a lot bolder when they don't have to hit. Talking about the DH. This sounds like an old school guy. 6-2 loss. 2 Astro players got hit in that game. Could we see some retribution coming tonight, Dave? Could we potentially see, a couple of beanballs coming tonight in this one?
Game's a playoff game.
It is?
We aren't set on those scores on getting hit or not, putting guys on base and getting down on it. Put that stuff aside. Win a baseball game. But Dusty, he's got to keep his guys motivated too. By the way, the Blazers got Drew Holiday too.
Oh my!
The
So
Blazers got
Drew's
Drew
gone.
Holiday
All right, now
and
I feel
DeAndre.
now I feel better. Okay, now I feel better. All right, good. So now you lost your point guard. Okay, I'm good. Now, okay, it's an upgrade, no debate. But Holiday is a damn good player, and he's there every single night. That is like you're getting an A- player by giving up a B+ player. So, all right.
Yeah,
I feel better about the trade
the
now.
exact details are the Bucks get Damian Lillard. The Suns get Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little forward, and guard Keon Johnson.
All right.
And the Blazers get Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, forward Tamani Kamara, a 2029 Milwaukee first-round pick.
Oh.
In 2028 and 2030, they swap first-round picks rights with Milwaukee. The picks are unprotected.
Unprotected.
How do you trade? I love this. You're trading draft picks in 6 years.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with that.
That's like just that. That's
Sometimes
just
it's for
business.
the money. Sometimes it's for the money. To make the money work, you got to do that. But look, that's 2 NBA All-Stars for the Trailblazers right now. I mean, that's 2 players. That's Holiday and that's Ayton. That's a pretty good job. I mean, you're giving up your franchise face. You're giving up, one of the most famous and favorite Blazers of all time.
Yeah.
Who told you I'm not going anywhere? Here's my question. He said, I'm only playing for the Miami Heat.
Yeah, he said that. I mean, they
over and over, but he said it multiple times.
But when is anybody going to really just start believing that nobody knows shit and just don't listen to a lot of this stuff that we talk about?
My point is, Dave, he's going to a cold climate. He's going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He's going to the whitest state in America. He's going to the coldest state in America. It's Maine's 1, Wisconsin's 2. And
Maine's 1 and Wisconsin's 2. As far as what?
Well, I mean, actually, it might go Alaska, Maine, Wisconsin in terms of Caucasian population because Milwaukee is a city, but it's a very white state. And he's going there after saying he wanted to go play for the Heat in South Beach.
Well, everybody says one thing that they dream of, want, whatever. He put it out there. It didn't work. I mean, if the guy tells you like that,
but what happens if he
control
doesn't
his rights? Are you going to trade him there?
No. What happens if he didn't like it? What happens if he goes there and he's like, this place sucks. I hate it here.
I don't know. They're going to win 60 games.
They are.
If he plays all the games,
that's true. They'll win. There's no debate in there. They're going to win.
Season win total.
He went to a winner.
God's sakes. Regular season wins.
It's up?
Yeah, it's up.
Wow.
Should be 56.5 before this. I'm just guessing. I don't know, and I didn't look. Just thinking of the number. It's locked.
I was going to say, how would they put that up?
53.5. That's 2 places. They had it up, but it's locked right now. Price is locked.
Yeah, that's going to get reset.
Yeah.
I mean, last year, Milwaukee went 58-24 last year. Yeah. Went 32-9 at home. Boston went 32-9 at home. Boston went 57-25. I mean, they got separated by 1 game. It didn't matter because Milwaukee got beat in the first round of playoffs.
Let's see if Phoenix is locked. Do you think Phoenix is locked?
Boy, I would say I'd have to put it down.
Wins is locked. Phoenix is locked. It was 52.5.
I have to drop it down.
I don't know if it's going to be after that.
Yeah, I'd say I'd drop it down.
Let's see what the Celtics is.
54.5.
There you go. Got to be higher than that, right? If they're the favorite now.
Oh, it's got to be high. I mean, it could be 59. It could be 60. It could be 50. I mean, 59.5.
56.5 should be the number. Maybe with juice over. I mean, only because I don't know if he's going to play all the games.
Right.
But who in the hell is going to bet under?
So
that's what we do.
Yeah. Wow. So the Golden State Warriors, let's see, teams that won.
Our man E is in the chat. Welcome, E. He predicts a 3-team trade of Blazers, Sixers, and Clippers. He thinks that Holiday is out. That's just a temporary stop in Portland, and they're going to ship him out.
to
Either Philly or the
Chicago?
Clippers.
Philly.
I don't know. That's what he said. I don't know.
Philly. I don't see Philly seems weird, but
I love it. These guys are trading guys to places because they don't have state income tax, and some places do.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, that's why they want a team here. That's why they want a team in Nevada.
The league?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
League wants it. The Players Association, everybody wants it because there's no income tax here. That's what they want. They want to put it. They want to move. They would love to move the Kings here if they could, but they can't. It's built that new arena.
Light the beam is back.
Oh, no,
why are
it's
we going
back.
to move them?
Because before that, they weren't doing so well.
Yeah, the beam was not lit.
The beam was not lit in that market.
No,
it was a little bit. It was
not.
Okay, a couple things here. Rangers lost Corey Seager and lost the game.
Yeah, we don't know the status of Seager, do we?
No, not broken. X-rays negative, but got beamed and no bueno.
No bueno at all.
So today,
no good for them.
They're as high as minus 155 against the Angels today.
Dunning against Canning.
Mm-hmm.
Sound like an over to me.
If the Angels score, they did yesterday, 9-3. They scored 9 on them yesterday.
Yeah. What a clash of colors this hat and this jacket is.
Wow.
Lord.
Yikes.
I got like Technicolor rainbow. Every color's on there. No good. I got to know if he's playing before I touch anything with this game.
Agreed. Yeah. See if Steve's there. Doubleheader for Mets and Marlins today. Must win for Miami. Win them both. Running out of games.
Second matchup. Is this right? Cueto Senga?
That's the first game, isn't it?
Oh, I thought that's the second game. Hold on. See, this is the worst. No, first game is the matchup from yesterday. It says Garrett Lucchesi.
Oh, they did put that back. Okay.
So they win that game and then they lose the second game. Probably is the way it goes. But they got to win them both. Ideally, the door's open. The Cubs lost.
Yeah.
Cubs lost the game. They probably, they should have won. They had won. Big Business just came in and said Seager's fine.
Oh, good. Okay.
That's what Grant reported. I don't know who's Grant. Big Business. I don't know who that is.
But that's good. So they should be okay. Total for the Cubs and the Braves today was 10.5 at open. It's now 9.5. You want to bet under in a Braves game?
We discussed this yesterday. Like, how do you want to bet under in that?
But it moved to full run.
Doesn't mean it's going to win.
No, I'm just saying that.
How did it work out yesterday for those guys that bet under? Not so good.
Not so good.
Not the best. Isn't the book says let them bet under again today? Go ahead. You got all the numbers for overs in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's the Atlanta Braves are 89-65-3 to the over this season. The Atlanta Braves at home this year are 45-30-1 to the over.
45-30-1. That's
60%.
I was going to say that's 62% or something, right? That's
60.
pretty good.
60%.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Cubs on the road are 38-36 to the over.
Over 500. Okay.
Yeah. So
good luck with the under. You can have that. We're doing better to book it. We'll book.
Yeah.
We'll book.
Yes.
That's right.
This is my favorite headline that I've seen in a really long time. This is from our friend Mr. Dubsy, who went ahead. Oh, sorry, no, Emerson. Sorry, confusing. Emerson Lazia put this up today. Sorry.
Yes, he did. Where's my glasses?
I can't. This is too good.
I'll read it.
You read it.
A British Airways pilot has been fired after snorting cocaine off a topless woman and then trying to fly a passenger plane back to London.
My kind of flight. Let's go.
What in the hell is he doing? Hold on. I'm going to put the jet on autopilot for a minute so I can snort some of this stuff off of you. What
That's so
in the world are we doing?
And this is the article. It says British Airways pilot has been sacked after reports that he snorted cocaine off a topless woman before trying to fly a passenger jet back to London. Married pilot Mike Beaton boasted about his antics to a stewardess.
Hold on. What's his last name?
Beaton. How would you say it?
You spelled it. It could be beaten. It can be beat on.
Not better. That's not better. I was trying to be polite. Beat on
Mikey!
is not better. That's not better.
Mikey!
That's
You
not
really
better.
fucked up this time, Mikey. But go ahead, continue reading.
By the way, they use the word stewardess, not me, so don't get mad at me. I'm just reading the article. So he boasted about his antics to a stewardess who raised the alarm, according to the Sun, the paper, the Sun. The father of one from Devon had been due to fly from Johannesburg, South Africa to London. He was instead flown to Heathrow as a passenger the next day, where he tested positive for drug use. In a statement to Sky News, BA, which is British Airways, confirmed the pilot is no longer employed by the airlines. The Sun reported the drug-fueled incident occurred during one of Mr. Beaton's nights off. Really? I just read it. I swear to God, I just read it. I did not. I'm just reading what's on the screen.
Beaton nights off
in Johannesburg. In text to his stewardess colleague, again, their words, the disgraced pilot described partying with two local men at a female Welsh holiday maker, whatever that is, and a young Spanish woman. He said he met the group at a nightclub before heading back to one of the men's flats where the Class A drug was apparently produced. I lost my shirt somewhere. One of the local lads produced a plate with lines of Coke, said one of the messages, according to the Sun. So then there's a debate about whose chest is best to do a bump off of. No lie.
Wow. I've never seen that done in person. Only in the movies. Never seen it. It wouldn't even occur to me to try. Let alone a man's Mikey's flying a plane.
But I put this on the rundown because your answer to Emerson's tweet was what exactly?
So one of my best friends in life, Rob, his mom was a flight attendant for US Airways. And back in the late 80s, this happened. This one, I don't know if it was actually off of the woman's breasts, but this guy, Chris, we got a call the next day that like, hey, did you hear what happened to Chris? And I'm not using his last name, but I was like, no, what are you talking about? Well, he got busted yesterday. He flew the plane high. What? Yeah, he flew the plane. He must have been doing coke or something. He was what? So this already, like you sent the story, and I was like, oh, I got flashbacks to I was about 17. So as you could Google late 80s US Airways pilot cocaine, you could see the whole thing. That was one of my best friends in life. And then it turned out he started like he also was no longer employed by US Airways.
Assuming so, yes.
Immediately.
Yes.
And then he started started to sell stuff. He became an importer, exporter.
Yeah, as a pilot. Okay.
And you could get like these bags that looked like real bags, but they weren't probably real bags, but like we all had Louis Vuitton stuff. We had some really nice stuff. Then at one point, this same guy, Chris, had animals. Like he had a monkey.
Like Tiger King type of guy?
We went over to I saw the monkey. I was like, you got a monkey? And he said, wait till you see what I got out in the farm.
Oh, no.
I got a tiger. I said,
he was Tiger King.
He had a tiger. And he had a lion. Like little, they were little at the time. The guy had the animals. Now,
he flew them back himself.
To bring them, I don't know how I didn't ask how he got them.
You don't ask how you see a tiger in someone's yard and you don't know how the hell the tiger got there?
I didn't go near I didn't know what.
Seems like a logical question. How the hell is a tiger? That was always the thing whenever I watched Hangover. How the hell did they get Mike Tyson's tiger into the penthouse?
You know who we're going to ask this question to?
Who?
The next time she's available?
Who?
Mrs. Consig, my wife.
Well, what? Huh?
Because my wife was dating the guy at the time, Rob, back in the day. It all comes full circle.
That just took a whole turn I did not see coming.
Well, her
Wait,
and Rob was one of my best friends.
Okay.
And her and Rob dated in high school. That's how me and Jessica met originally. I'm a couple years older. So, like, we couldn't date in high school. I'd have gone to jail.
Okay.
And it didn't even occur to me to try.
Right.
But I wasn't aware of a lot of things that were going on. And now the full circle is, you know, me and Jessica have been together for 20 years, married, and known each other for, let's see, I was 16. So 38 years.
Wow.
About. So she knows the real story. I don't know if she had to change the monkey's cage. Like,
what?
All this other stuff.
No.
Oh,
no.
Oh, yeah. And this guy was the guy who was flying the plane. He wasn't doing what this British Airways got. Michael Beaton. I'll never forget this guy's name the rest of my life. Michael Beaton. 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 Beating. You can say it however you want. This story, and then Emerson. Can you imagine sitting on a plane with Emerson for 4 hours? He put me in the middle. Yeah. And you two, like me going like this the whole time.
You're phenomenal. Like, let's do it. I'm in.
Ed Lowe chimed in. I'm sitting up front with the pilot. That was
I'm with him. My kind of flight. This is phenomenal. This is great. Because the headline makes it sound like he did the lines off of a topless woman while flying.
Well, I hope he put it on autopilot.
No, he did it the night before. Like,
a
British Airways pilot was fired after snorting cocaine off a topless woman and then trying to fly a passenger plane back to London.
Boy, oh boy.
The semantics of this are very important because the term after makes it sound like he snorted it and then flew like immediately. It was the night. It was the next day. He did it the next day.
That's a well done job by the headline writer.
Greatest headline ever written. That's why I put it up there as such, because it's a great headline because it makes you go, wait a second. He did what?
That's good.
He didn't do the way that the headline was written because the term after is broad.
Correct.
So technically it's
hot as hell.
It's right, but it's not accurate in terms of like the way it makes it feel like. Because we want, obviously, it's like, that's my kind of flight. I mean, sign me up. Let's go. I'm all in. Okay, Lou Holtz went on a podcast yesterday on Outkick, and here's what Lou Holtz had to say about the comments he said about Ohio State directed at Ryan Day, who then went at him on that very famous now interview after the win for Ohio State.
Can we try to get Hassel on to read it in the Lou Holtz voice? Wouldn't that be good?
Would be great. I don't feel bad about saying it because I believed it, Lou Holtz told Outkick. Notre Dame was a better football team. 3 times Ohio State had 4th and 1 and ran the ball and couldn't make it. If I was coaching, I would have said it. I would have had our team. I would have went to our team and said, I think you're better. I think you're more physical. I think you're more talented. Does he have a point?
Does Lou know what day it is, period?
I don't know, but I think he's enjoying being now the center of the attention of college football for a while.
Did you watch the show with him and Mark May?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
It was, I absolutely loved that show.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't care whether they got along or not. I didn't care exactly so much what they were. I thought that was entertaining.
Right. No, that was one of the first. Like, that was when ESPN really had personalities that they cultivated. You know, they had shows like that they really wanted to make. I mean, that was like The Big Show with Keith and Dan.
Right.
Like, that was right at the same time.
And they just let them talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they let them be themselves. Lou's being honest. That you want to talk about, you know, being at a certain point and not caring what you say or how you say it, and you have the pass, like, you know, like Pap and Grandma here. I mean, they just say whatever they want. There's no repercussions. You reach a certain age, you can just say it. He's not really saying anything out of line, is he?
Not even close. No,
that's what I mean.
Not even close. They're just saying what needs to be said. You know, it's nothing crazy. It's just, if you watch that game, I think you would say Notre Dame was the more physical football team. But They couldn't take advantage of the opportunities that they had. Offensively, they couldn't do what needed to be done. And then defensively, they played. I mean, somebody put it out this morning. There was a play in the game against Tennessee State where the Tennessee State team scored a touchdown with 10 players on the field for Notre Dame. They have a problem defensively with getting players on the field.
Oh my.
So it wasn't just 1 week. It's been a multiple week problem for them. So they got to fix that, because with the most important play of the season on the line, you didn't have a right defensive end, and they ran right at it.
I saw a lot of stuff this morning. Is Notre Dame out no matter what now?
No matter what? No, but they lost at home. It's tough. I mean, that's going to sting.
The way some people were saying it, and what's ESPN's Heather Dinich?
Yep. Right.
She does a really good job of reporting stuff, and she's at the Big Ten headquarters. They're talking about the playoff or something. I don't know, but she mentioned, I heard her say it, and I went and looked, and I'm like, damn, they could run the table and be shut out the way things go. Like, they could go 11-1 and not make the playoff.
So the assumption is that all 4 teams who make it are undefeated?
No. 2 one-loss teams could be in it. Why would they get they'll be ahead of Notre Dame?
Why?
Because they lose a conference championship game, not a game at home.
Well, if that's the case, if you have that, if they lose a conference championship game, yes, that's possible. But that's still,
guys in the chat, girls in the chat, it's 12 o'clock. We get this influx of people every single day. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here.
I don't think
Put in the chat, is Notre Dame out if they run the table? Yes or no? Are they out of the playoff? Do you think there's a way for them to get in if they run the table? Because there's a lot of Notre Dame fans. We had a lot of people talking about the game. I thought they should have won the game too, the way that game ended, but things happen. In or out, Notre Dame, go 11-1.
Yeah, I don't.
Yes or not?
I can't, like, to say they're out. Like, there's too much football left to, like, jump in and be like, yeah, they can't win. Because if they run the table, I'm trying to think, like, so let's just say Georgia runs the table, right? So Georgia's undefeated. Georgia's in. Michigan runs the table. Michigan's in. Texas runs the table. Texas is in. I mean,
they lose. Now they lose the head-to-head with Ohio State if they each have one loss, right? How do you put the team that they beat in? I don't know.
Does Penn State beat them both?
No. I would love if Penn State's in.
So if Penn State loses to both of them, they're out of the conversation. But if Penn State loses to one and beats the other,
right?
You have a 3-team. Now it's picking it. Now we're splitting hairs here,
right?
So I don't know. That could be tough. I don't know. I'm not willing to say that. I'm not willing to go and say this is dead. The Irish are dead. Got a lot of football left. A lot of winnable, a lot of beatable football teams. Let's go through a couple of them. Friday night, Utah at Oregon State.
About this,
the run's coming on the Beavers here. It's open at 1. It's 3.5 now. You surprised by this?
No.
I am. Oregon State wins. Can Oregon State run the ball on Utah's defense? That's my question. That's the game. Make DJU throw.
44.5 is the total. That's an under.
That I buy. The play is the under. But as to who wins the game, I'm not so. The dog's live.
Are we doing a show early tomorrow, by the way? I want to tell everybody while we're here.
We are, yes.
We're doing an East Coast show for the boys on the East Coast tomorrow, just so you guys know. We're starting early. Perrault's got appointments. I've got appointments. So we're doing an early show tomorrow, just so you guys know. We'll say it at the end, but we got a nice group of people in here right now.
Noon Eastern approximate for your schedule, just so you guys know.
Noon Eastern. I thought it was going to be 11:30 Eastern. AM.
Okay, so they between 8:30 and 9 Pacific, 11:30 to 12.
Set the time for 8:30 Pacific AM.
I always give you a half-hour window.
That's fine.
So.
That's fine. All right, no scheduled nothing tomorrow.
Right.
I'll get the Pirate video done super early because we got that tomorrow to play the Phillies one more time. Yes, early show tomorrow. Friday night. I don't have a side yet in this thing. I had Utah as one of my favorite games last week. That was a tough. Are they taking that show on the road and just going there and winning? Oregon State's been a beast at home in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I just right now I'm surprised. I get over 3.5. I would take 3.5. This is kind of wild. It's hard to play in Provo, and BYU is a home dog on a Friday night. Now I know the Mormons aren't drinking, but it's still a Friday night. Since he's favored going in there, I don't know about that.
Last week, the doctor came in, sent me the text that said, looks like Friday night was a kennel of dogs. 2 dogs, 2 favorites, 1. Look at that board on Friday night. It's at least 2 dogs, right? I mean, Utah could win that game against Oregon State. They could lose. BYU could win that game against Cincinnati. They could win. They could lose. NC State is home against Louisville. Wrong team favored? I mean, there's another one there.
Maybe.
I don't know. And Louisiana Tech is at UTEP. And UTEP's now the favorite. Why can't Louisiana Tech go and win at UTEP? UNLV just did, right?
Yep.
That's a tough Friday night slate right there.
It's good, though. It's a good Friday night slate. I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. Saturday, Penn State laying 27 points on the road at Northwestern. Please tell me.
Why do you have to type that in the graphic?
Please tell me your bald-headed friend is not going to do what he always does.
Being bald.
Nothing wrong with being bald. You both are bald.
That's right.
This is the James Franklin, oh my God game.
No, it's not. Don't say
sure?
that shit.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. Stop saying it.
This feels like the oh my God, Penn State's down at the half to Northwestern game.
This is when you're really being a jackal. This is what I don't. This is terrible.
But you know I'm right.
I don't like when you say it and you put the thought in my head.
But this is
gonna kill him.
There's going to be a game this year in which Penn State. We're all looking at the schedule. We're all looking at the scoreboard going, what is happening to Penn State right now? On the road, you're 27-point favorites on the road. You just waxed Iowa 31-0. This is the classic letdown James Franklin, my team's not ready game.
Why do you have to say it out loud right now? It's only Wednesday. Could have waited until roll call Friday to say this shit.
I want to see what this line goes to on Friday.
It's going down.
Oh.
People taking the points. It's 27. That's it. That's the top. It ain't going past the 27. I don't think so. They can ask Butchie. Butchie's watching the show.
I mean, I'm stunned. After watching Northwestern play in week 1 against Rutgers, I can't believe they beat Minnesota last week.
Yeah, right. They were down big in that game too, right?
Cannot believe they came back in the second half and won that game. At home, same situation. Much better team, obviously.
How they going to score? I mean, their offense is akin to Iowa's offense.
No.
It's better?
It's much better. It's come around. That's the thing. It's gotten much better. They were down 21 after 3, and they won the game in overtime.
None of it makes sense. That definitely doesn't make sense.
They scored 7 against Rutgers, 38 against UTEP, 14 against Duke, and 37 against Minnesota, but they had overtime.
Now, Dave's Daily Picks. Dave's Daily Picks just came in with a super chat, so I look down and I see it. IU's defense will keep the game close with PSU. We're playing Northwestern right now, Dave. Not now. I don't want to talk about Indiana playing Penn State. I'm talking about Northwestern.
That's possible, I guess, but the number is not going to be 27 against Indiana.
No.
So
they're not losing this game. If you take Northwestern, you're on your own to cover. Penn State's not losing this. Now, it may not be pretty.
They better not.
They're not losing this game.
I need 10 wins.
I'll come dressed with complete purple on Monday. I might have to go find a Barney outfit. Barney the dinosaur. I will come on Monday in complete purple from top to bottom. I'll find a purple. Well, I don't know if we actually find the Barney one, but yeah, it'll be a furry. It'll be a furry.
Because Penn State's got at Northwestern, home for UMass, and then Northwestern bye week, then home for UMass, and then at Ohio State.
So we're on a bye next week?
Yes. 10-7, you're off.
Leave no doubt, Herman. Let's go to Chicago and leave no doubt.
Amen to that. I hope you're right. Notre Dame up to 5.5 at Duke. Game day is going to Durham.
I guess
this
Grimace.
Is the game. You want to kill?
What's
you
a better
kill the Irish?
costume to get, Grimace or Barney? That's a good question. JPC.
I grew up. Barney was part of my brother and sister's life, so I would say Barney. But Grimace just is McDonald's, and it's odd.
It's different. I think I might have to get the Grimace. I don't know where I find that. Oh my goodness.
Some McDonald's.
Why? Hamburglar.
Yeah.
They had some great characters, those McDonald's characters. Upset alert here? We an upset alert? I mean, we're talking about Notre Dame being in the playoff. Notre Dame may not even beat Duke.
Yeah. This is the game for me. If you want to say the Clemson win was not a fluke, win this game. Win this game. Win this game decidedly. Win this game by 10 points or more. Don't just beat Notre Dame. Beat down of Notre Dame.
They're going to come from all over town, all over the place, all over the content space for the Notre Dame people if they go and get waxed in this game. They're going to be like, you had 10 people on the field against Ohio State. You couldn't win. Now you just went to ACC-powered Duke and got whacked. Oh, they're coming for him.
100%. I mean, Duke plays Florida State.
What did you just hit? You faded out like your microphone went for a second. Now you're back.
Sorry.
That's
Duke, they play Notre Dame at home, NC State at home, and then at Florida State. Well, they have a bye next week, and then they play NC State at home, and then Florida State on the road. Duke at Florida State was not on my bingo card for games of the year, but that very well is a playoff eliminator if they beat Notre Dame.
When is that game? Next week?
October 21st.
Oh, okay. All right. So Duke's got who next week, you said?
Bye, and then NC State.
Wow.
But that game, I mean, game day will be back. Game day will be there.
Will they?
Yeah, if Duke beats North Carolina.
2 trips to Duke?
If Duke beats Notre Dame, Duke will be a top 10 team. They'll play NC State.
Enough with Duke when Coach K was done. I thought we were done with Duke. Now we got Duke football.
Looks like Duke's a football school.
What the hell?
I mean, it's this year's no joke. That quarterback they got is nice.
Oh my goodness!
This kid can. The Riley Leonard kid can play. He's completing 60.
Put it in the chat right now. It's Wednesday. What are we calling this? 5.5? Is that the consensus?
He's got. Geez, they're running the ball unbelievably well. Holy crap!
Who is
Duke?
Yeah,
this Jordan Waters kid. He's averaging 6.6 yards per carry. He's got 7 touchdowns. 4 games. Holy crap! Look out!
All right,
Duke,
let's go.
Duke is live. Plus 5.5. Duke is live.
5.5. 3 books at 6.
Give me 7.5. Give me 7.
Game's going over. No, over.
I'm really against. I mean, if the Irish win, it goes under.
Favorite and under.
Their defense. If the Irish win, it's going to be on their defense, not their offense.
Right. Well, that's a big game. That's good. That'll be fun. That's a 4:30 start Pacific, 7:30 Eastern.
Fun game at Duke.
Put it in the chat. Notre Dame minus 5.5. Duke plus 5.5. Who you got on a Wednesday?
Right now, I'm taking Duke.
Right now.
Excuse me. Michigan laying 17 on the road at Nebraska.
Nebraska. Come on.
I know.
Please.
I know. But this is a game where the reason why I think Nebraska could cover is I think Michigan's just going to run the ball, and that's it. They're just going to go in there and ball control, This is an under bet for me this week.
First guy in the chat says Notre Dame covers big. Jimmy Jack, Notre Dame money line, 1 star, Duke. They're going to get a lot of back and forth. They're not getting a lot of back and forth on this game. This is all Michigan.
It's come down 18.5 open, down to 17.
Yeah, you got to go get the dog money at the beginning. We've done this show before. This is what we know. We've got to get that. This is perfect. When the book puts out the number and they take it at the beginning, it makes the game. You just sit all week and book it. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime we got to go get that money, we just jump it up to 18. Bam. Otherwise, we sit there with them and us. Who in the hell's coming in to take the points with Nebraska this week?
Under in the dog, I think is very possible, though. Fox
said Duke, Stephanie, Blue Devils. She's not on the show. Akbar, what are you talking about? Come on.
Is what's Michigan ATS? Are they covered yet this year?
Oh, I don't have. I left it.
I'll pull it up.
Sheets in the car.
I don't think they have
look.
it. I think they're 0-4 ATS.
That's what I messed today. I didn't bring all the stats. I'm going to try to bring the stats for the Wednesday show like this because we run a lot of college on Wednesday before Roll Call Friday, which you absolutely have to be here if you haven't.
Nebraska's 2. Yeah, Nebraska's 2-2 ATS.
Yeah, but this is where their schedule gets bad, right? Like they got 2 more wins left, maybe.
Penn State's 4-0, like we've talked about. And
yes,
Michigan is where's Michigan? There's Michigan State. They're 2-2. I thought they were 0-4 or 1. I thought Michigan was there. They are 0-3-1. Michigan hasn't covered yet this year.
Numbers been too big every time, right?
24 in the push. I bet Rutgers last week. I'm going to bet Nebraska. I'm pretty confident I'll bet Nebraska this week. I'm not so sure that Michigan on the road.
How many points Nebraska score?
It could be like what happened with Rutgers. They score an early touchdown and then they just hang on to it.
I can't get enough of the chat. It looked down, trying to listen and focus on you. I look down and Akbar types in all caps. She is on my show, Dave, with all laughing emojis. Akbar's, he got kids. He's got all this thing. He's got this crush on Stephanie. Akbar, stay focused, my guy, please.
We can arrange it if you need an introduction. We can arrange it. Just Taylor Swift.
How do you think she's feeling after the Giants?
Shoot your shot, man. Come on, Travis Kelce did. Travis Kelce is our new example. Shoot the shot.
Should we bring on Steph tomorrow? Do you think she's on for the early show? She can come on. Ask her about the Giants. Or they play Monday night, don't they?
I think she wants to talk about the Giants. You bring her on Monday. Talk about the Giants. You don't want to talk about the Giants right now. The Giants are horrible. Iowa State's catching 20 on the road at Oklahoma. This is high.
What are we, a Big 12 show?
No, these are
all
all
the
games.
This thing make the rundown?
Because it's Iowa State's defense is really good. Oklahoma's in the conversation right now. They're undefeated. They're killing everybody. Yeah. They're 20-point favorites. I'm not so sure this number is too high. I think it might be too high.
You were coming with the pitchforks for Iowa State last week, and you're saying take them.
I mean, look, they're 2-2. I still think they win less than 5 games.
Yeah, they're not. Well, they're not winning this game.
No, their schedule goes at Oklahoma, home for TCU, at Cincinnati, at Baylor, home for Kansas, at BYU, home for Texas, at Kansas State.
Wait a second. Say that again without saying the home. Just say the ats. When you say the team, you'll assume they're at home. Go.
At Oklahoma,
loss.
TCU.
Yeah, they can win that game. I'll say they can win that game. Go ahead.
Maybe. At Cincinnati.
A Cincinnati world beater? I mean, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, but I have a loss. At Baylor.
No.
Home for Kansas.
No.
At BYU.
Most likely no.
Texas.
No.
At Kansas State.
Hello.
See?
They got 2 wins already, right?
Yep, so it'd be 4. That's under 5 is still alive for me. My under 5 bet for Iowa State is still alive.
The boys in the chat just named something. We just got another spin-off business like the proxy service, the BPS, calling it the BDS, Brigade Dating Services.
Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, set it up. Yeah.
No title shots for Perrault. Leave him alone. We got shit to do.
Matching
Super Bowl's here in Vegas in February. You got a lot of things happening. Leave us alone.
We'll get in trouble.
Please.
Georgia at Auburn. This is the longest running rivalry in the South.
Is it really?
Yep. Two teams play the longest of any two teams in all of the South.
Huh. Who knew?
Georgia on the Plains. Me. Georgia on the Plains.
You do this. Yeah. Everybody thinks you're some asshole. Like, nah, man, he got that Southern in his back pocket.
Oh, yeah.
You guys don't know.
I've been there. I've seen it.
Dude lived there. Went with the people.
I suffered through it for 5 years.
Don't say it suffered. We got to go back.
Oh, please. Let's go.
All right.
I have the biggest jar of Dreamland barbecue sauce from TJ in my fridge, and I'm slowly working my way through it every week. It's so good. Oh, it's such an unbelievable. What?
You put it on?
Chicken,
okay.
Steak,
Right.
Dipping sauces. It's phenomenal.
Right.
So good.
Georgia's going to crush them?
I don't think so.
No?
This is one of the games I circled that Georgia could lose.
Outright?
This is one of the games I circled. This is a lot has to go wrong for Georgia. Okay. Carson Beck needs to turn into a pumpkin. But if Georgia's going to lose a game this year, it's going to be like this. It's going to be one of these games. Okay. Auburn's 3-1. They lost last week. Lost to A&M 27-10 on the road.
Right.
Coming back home, a lot of pissed off fans. They're angry. They're mad. They don't like Hugh Freeze already. They think the quarterbacks stink. The offense is a joke. 14.5, the line should be higher.
What's the game number? I can't find it.
I think the books know something's up.
They don't know anything. We'll talk about that later and BVB bonus time with that story about the Eagles knowing nobody knows. Caca. Georgia Auburn 14.5. 46.
That's my point.
Oh man, this might be the play on the dog for the points. Oh,
I think this is a game. I think this is going to be a game. I think we're going to be watching this going like, holy shit, they're actually in the game.
Oh man, we're going to have to do a little deep dive into this.
Why?
Can Auburn score enough points to win the game?
Oh no.
You may be honest. I mean, like, what do they got to get? They got to get 21. They win 21-17. Game stays under. Or do they got to get 30? They ain't getting 30.
Auburn? No.
No.
I'll be happy if Auburn gets 13.
That's what I mean. Like, I mean, with the total 46 and the spread at 14.
I think the South Carolina game.
28, 30, 14.
I think the South Carolina game is very indicative. 24-14 was the final of that game.
Right.
That's what this looks like.
Right.
That type of slobber knocker, hard fought, and Auburn might just screw it up at the end. But I don't think Georgia's going over there to Auburn onto the Plains and blowing them out of Jordan-Hare Stadium. Don't see it. Not you.
Thank you. It's number 6 today already with these damn allergies. It's crazy. Can't stop.
It's no fun.
We got to do a little research because if Auburn can score maybe 20 points, they ain't winning this game. What am I talking about? Georgia's winning this game.
Okay, I'm just saying Georgia's schedule. Okay, who they have left? They're undefeated so far.
Yeah,
they're on the road at Auburn, Kentucky, at Vandy, Florida, Missouri, Ole Miss, at Tennessee, at Georgia Tech.
They only have 3 more away games. That's it.
Yeah, but they're playing 4 more ranked teams. Florida, Missouri, Ole Miss, and Tennessee are all ranked.
They're all at home, though.
They're all at home, basically, except Tennessee's on the road. At Auburn and at Tennessee. Those are the 2 games I circled as potential losses. If Georgia was going to lose a game in the regular season, those are the games they were going to lose. One of those 2. Maybe 0. But this is one of the games going into the season. This is one of the games like, where does Georgia lose? Okay, at Auburn, that's possible.
Bless you, Dave. My screen cracked. I can't wait to meet Akbar. I'm going to hug this dude, and we're going to just sit and laugh. Team total, Auburn, it determines the bet. If you think team total over, then you should take the points. If you think team total under, you should lay the points. That's all that's going to – because Georgia's putting up 28, somewhere right around there. Maybe a field goal instead. So 27, 28, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe 31.
It's a hard place to play, man. Auburn and Georgia, Auburn and Athens are not far apart. Remember, where Auburn's on the Georgia side of Alabama. So it's Alabama.
You like the campus?
Auburn?
Yeah. Did you like the campus, or do you don't remember much of it?
No, I remember. I'm trying to think how I want to phrase it. Did I like the campus? I felt like I was in Mayberry.
Yeah.
That's what Auburn's like.
So Kendall's fourth grade teacher went to Auburn.
Okay.
Last year, her teacher went to Georgia. So I got him on the show, like trying to watch the show. I told him we talk about their schools. But she made a recruiting pitch for the older two to go to Auburn. She said it is like going back in time.
It is. 100%. She's right. Yep.
My first question is I ask about the school and the academics, but I always ask, is it safe?
Oh, yeah.
Like, because you got daughters. That's the first concern. Like, did you feel safe there? She goes, oh my God.
Yeah.
I would love to live there all the time. It was great.
Yeah.
Pace of life, everything's slow.
Yep. I mean, Toomer's Corner, the most famous part, is named after Toomer's Drug, which is a drugstore that still serves milkshakes.
I love milkshakes.
Yeah, I mean, that's Toomer's Corner. That's where the tree is. That's where they roll Toomer's Corner, which is right in front of Toomer's Drug, which is a old-fashioned, back in the day, drugstore / place you would go to get milkshakes and ice cream. And
did you ever call it a malted?
Yeah, I don't. There's a difference. I like malted milkshakes better than regular milkshakes.
What does that even mean?
It's thicker.
It's thicker.
Mm-hmm. It's a thicker
malted milkshake. It's
thicker consistency than it. It's thicker. It's in New England we call them fraps.
You call them what?
We call them a frap. That's what we call them.
Is that the FRAPPE?
Correct. Yep.
Frappy.
Frap, not frappy. It's a frap. That's what we call them. It's thicker than a milkshake.
Thicker than a milkshake.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So like Friendly's is known. A Friendly's frap is anybody from New England. Friendly's it still kind of is, but it was the place to go get ice cream in New England. Based in Western.
There was a Friendly's that came to Pittsburgh, but they didn't make it.
Yeah.
They didn't last long because the Isley's was the place in Pittsburgh to get
competition.
The milkshakes.
Yep.
But it was
Western
just called a milkshake.
They do. I mean, we used to laugh because they call the most famous Sunday at Friendly's is the happy ending. So we used to laugh.
The what?
The happy ending.
We got to look this up.
It was an ice cream.
What exactly is it a happy ending milkshake?
It's no. Not a happy ending milkshake. Happy ending Sunday. 2 scoops of ice cream and 2 M&Ms for eyes and a dipped cone as the top hat. It's called the Happy Ending Sunday. Look it up. Friendly's Happy Ending Sunday. So obviously Robert Kraft, being from New England, going to Friendly's, we all went, oh, he must have gotten the idea from.
Oh, come on, bro.
There's a whole.
This is real.
Oh yeah, it's real. We used to laugh. We'd be like, oh, Robert Kraft's favorite place to go get ice cream must be Friendly's. So it all kind of comes around. It's perfect.
I love this show. I didn't know about this ever.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm gonna get down this rabbit hole. What'd you do this afternoon, Daddy? I was looking for this happy ending Sunday thing. And
careful when you type that into Google. Careful. Happy ending on Google is
bad.
Careful on that.
Get me in trouble.
Yeah, it's good.
Clear search history.
Yeah, incognito search on Google. That's what you need to do on that. A&M against Arkansas in Jerry's World. This game is extremely historic. 1903. These teams started this rivalry in 1903. They did not play from 1992 to 2008 because they left the SEC. It got renewed, became big, but they did play in bowl games over the years. the most historic. There was a book written about the game in the 60s, the 64 national championship year. 1964, after winning the game 17-0, Razorbacks went on to an overall 11-0 record, won the college football championship by beating Nebraska in the Cotton Bowl. Aggies were coached by Hank Frohlberg. Aggies was coached by Frank Broyles, Hall of Fame coach for Arkansas. This game marked the beginning of a streak of 3 straight scoreless games in the series for the Aggies. The 1975 game was the one that was played. It was broadcasted on a national audience. ABC carried it. It would clinch the Southwestern Conference Championship outright. I believe this is the game that the president was at. Nixon was at. Or was Nixon at? Or was that the 60s game? It was a book about this rivalry that I read between these two schools, for Arkansas and Texas A&M. And whenever this game comes around, this is your grandpa's game.
Oh,
this is a game for grandpa. This is something that they got all stories about these two teams not liking each other because they're not that far apart geographically.
And they're playing this at Jerry's World.
Yeah, basically in between the two. Dallas is in between College Station and Little Rock. Or
6.5.
Yep.
Healthy
is right.
I don't know, man. Something's not been right with A&M for a little while.
I agree.
Got to dive a little more into this one. We'll talk to some people that may have an opinion stronger than mine. I don't really have an opinion right now, but just thought in my head, this is like 4.5.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And this 6.5. Why is this 6.5? I almost will guarantee that the doctor or Nikki the Blade will send this on Friday, and they'll be like, "Yeah, Arkansas live."
Yeah, I would agree. Before we let go of SiriusXM and Sports Grid, USC minus 21.5 against Colorado, total 74.5 at certain points. 74.5.
It's absurd.
Team total Colorado?
Under?
Over.
You think they score this week, huh?
USC's defense is awful.
It's bad, man.
This is the home game. Bounce back spot.
9 a.m. Pacific.
A little
sleepy time
for both teams.
Colorado first half?
No.
I
don't trust their defense at all.
But I mean, you get the sleepy time West Coast team.
I think they'll be woken up in the pregame when the Buffaloes are running their mouths. That'll wake them up real quick.
Oh, they ain't going to do that this week. They're at home.
Well, they'll do even worse. Like even worse at home.
You would think so.
I mean, against Nebraska, it was bad.
Yeah. Man, oh man. I don't know. 70. It is 74.5 at some books. What the hell does this number get up to? You're gonna get a speeding violation. It's gonna get over 75.
What's the ceiling? That's the question, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
When does somebody want to bet under?
74.
I mean, isn't the best way to play this is to let the game start? If someone goes down and scores in the first 5 minutes, what's his number go to? 90?
No. If it closes 75 and there's a score in the first 5 minutes, it goes to 82 or 83.
Under that.
And if there's someone answers that, it goes right to 90. I don't know. I love trying to find the top sometimes. But I also love if you think there's going to be a score early, play this game over now. And then when it goes up and jumps up, you're working for the middle at the top, rather than already going up and chasing it. I did it the game that night that the Chiefs played the Rams on Monday night.
Okay.
And the game ended both in the 50s. And people they did what you just said. They went, the first score, jumped the total 7 points. We'll go under that. And then there was a score right back, and we jumped the total up like 4.5 points, and they went under that. I was the first time I ever put an in-game total at 100-something points. Every number I put up, it went over. And every number I put up, the rhombuses and the parallelograms are hammering me under. Because all you need is one screw up.
Right. Yeah, right. It's going to be a perfect trip, as you say. Yeah. I'll be curious. We'll watch that number. But right now, I lean under or looking for the higher number, wait for in-game to be a higher number.
USC is going to cover sidewise, right?
I believe that they will. I'll say this. They're not stopping.
Right.
USC is not stopping. They will score as many points as they possibly can score. This is where I was wrong on team total for Oregon, but team total USC 50, 51, really possible.
Sign us off of Sports Grid. Come back for BBB bonus time.
They're going to
Stay here the rest of
a
it.
lot of points. Sirius XM and Sports Grid, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We're back tomorrow for a Thursday's BVB. If you're live on YouTube and Twitter, don't move. You guys are getting bonus time. Okie dokie. Let's get into one NFL story, and then we'll get to better to book it here.
Yep.
And then do we have super chats? We do.
Tried to answer some of them.
We got a couple super chats that we'll get to. The NFL is under scrutiny for not reporting the illness to Jalen Hurts from the game on Monday night, where he was sick. We found out after the game he was sick, and there was no reporting of that.
Somebody knew he was sick.
Yep, somebody did.
Because that line came down. They were betting Tampa like the game was over. You watch the number move. Just watch the number from day to day, boys and girls. Again, thank you for being here. Hit the subscribe, hit the like button. When you see the line moving that 4 days in advance, something's up.
Okay.
Still has to win, Perrault.
Correct, and it didn't. But do you think there should be a requirement to disclose medical illness? Not injury, but illness.
Guys in the chat, we did see the trade for Dame to the Bucks. You guys that joined the show late.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for letting us know. But we'll
go over the numbers tomorrow on it.
We will. We'll talk about it more. But we did mention it. Go back and watch the show on the replay on the YouTube channel if you can.
Yep.
Because it counts as a view there, and that helps us with everything else. So please do that. Should we disclose what sniffles? What headaches? What do we determine, Dr. Perrault, that gets determined to be reported?
It's a great question. It's a great question as to what exactly is a quote illness. I just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I didn't sleep well last night. My kid was crying all night.
How about when you sleep and your neck hurts when you wake up? I hate when that happens. That happened to me yesterday. I was like this for about 3 hours. I'm like, what is wrong? I got a crick in my neck, kink in my neck, whatever you want to call it. Does that get reported? Who reports it? Like, do we got a nurse in there to go in and take the temperatures? Like, if everybody the same?
I'm with you. It's really hard. It's not an injury. It's not an injury. And it's really hard. I would say, like, if you test positive for a virus, that should be disclosed.
So you got to take a test every week?
No. I mean, like, if you're really sick, do you have the flu?
Sometimes they don't tell the team they're sick.
True. No,
One guy in the room
I'm with
knows,
you.
The trainer.
I'm with you. If there is a serious medical condition that could keep the player from playing, then I think it should be disclosed. But Hurts was always playing. He was never in doubt of playing. So what's there to talk about? They're worried about inside information. They're worried about people knowing more than the public. It's going to happen.
Florio wrote the article. Florio sees ghosts all the time.
Yeah, he's a lawyer.
He does. And it's too much. Like, and my friend Pizzola, who I got to meet face to face for the second time at Bet Bash and was on that panel with him, said, well, who does that information benefit knowing? Of the sports books. And I responded to him today via Twitter at SportsBKConsig, and he's at Rob Pizzola. The books didn't know either. The books don't know ahead of time. They take the bets and the line moves, and then you start to make assumptions. You start to maybe make calls, asking people, hey, what's the deal? And you find out. You don't cancel the bets. You still take the bets. And, Florio implied, well, if he'd have gone under his rushing yards, that's something that we should know. Well, he could have gone under his rushing yards perfectly healthy, too. Like, I don't know where the line gets drawn. I know this. If you find out after the fact and you start to cry about refunds and all that other bullshit, that has to stop. That you cannot say, oh, well, he was sick. The book knew I should get a refund or my money back. Stop that nonsense with all of that.
Can I get a refund for the call not being called in the Ravens game against the Colts?
That was interference.
Can I get a refund for that? Because that was interference. Everyone knows
that was interference.
So can I get a refund, please? Can I have my money back, please?
Yeah.
Like it's complete bullshit. Like it's absolute. The crying on Twitter for those people who want refunds, the refund babies, are just too much. And the books created them. And I don't feel bad for the books because they created these people, but it's super annoying when you start seeing like why the book should absolutely get a refund, absolutely refund my bet. You know, I laid it with Tampa and because I thought he was sick and I thought I mean, it's just a bunch of bullshit. Like the whole thing, like you made the bet, you lost the bet, period. No one's getting refunded for anything. I don't think you could ever accurately report. Like, do we have to report if the guy's girlfriend was sleeping with somebody else and he found out the morning of?
Whoa.
I mean, like, what are we doing? Like, how much stuff do we got to report? Like, how much stuff are we having to report about the mental condition of the athlete? It's ridiculous.
It's part of the game, the betting game. Booking it, betting it. It's part of the game. You get what you get. The line is this. Do you want it now or not? Information is king in life. Doesn't always matter. It doesn't always win. You still have to win the bet. And I just thought it was so ironic that the article was written and the bet didn't even win.
Right.
Like, what are you writing? Like, I just didn't understand the point of it. And then to bring it up with such a big forum, I don't think it's disingenuous. I just think it's irresponsible. Like, what's the solution?
There isn't one. You're pointing out a problem that has no solution.
Right.
That's the problem.
We got guys in the chat that are, they're throwing the HIPAA thing out.
It's true. That's there too. You're right. Yeah.
What do you expect? Like, how much more do we got to know? I mean, the lines are up. Make a bet. Live with the result. Right?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, there's. Oh, that's awesome. Our friend Carson in Boston is sporting his BVB hat. He just sent me his social media post.
Sweet.
That's cool. Nice. So that's our version of going after the Taylor Swift audience. Is getting the Mix 104.1 morning show in Boston to wear BVB stuff.
Really?
That's where he sent. How it happened was he sent Madeline a Taylor Swift gift packet.
Right.
That had a Taylor Swift bag, Taylor Swift t-shirt, and a Taylor Swift note that it's Taylor's handwriting, but not actually. It's a mass-produced card that Taylor hand wrote herself to all the different radio stations around the country.
Okay.
They were going to play her album. So Carson sent it to Maddie. And so I sent the BBB hat to Carson. So
now you froze. What could he possibly be thinking right there in that
in our Taylor Swift?
Caption that in the Discord.
There in our Taylor Swift Taylor Swift connection there between the two of us. So there you go with that. That's cool. All right, 2 bets I have made, 2 bets I might make. I haven't made them yet.
Okay.
Over 11.5 Dodgers in Colorado.
Yikes.
Have you seen these stats?
What's the pitching matchup?
That's why. Hold on. Get this.
Let's see.
Here's your pitching matchup. Dodgers are 49, 29, and 3. Sorry, 49, 23, and 4 to the over on the road.
49, 23, and 4. Okay.
Rockies are 38 and 38 to flat at home.
Yeah.
Sheehan on the road is an 8.57 ERA, opposing batting average of 307. Did pitch well in his last start, but he pitched earlier at Coors Field. He gave up 3 earned runs in 5 innings in a 14-3 win for the Dodgers. Davis, going for the Rockies, he's going to be an opener. He won't pitch more than 3 innings. His ERA at home is 20.57. 20.57.
That's not good.
His opposing batting average is 474. 474 opposing batting average. He's pitched 3 times at home. In the games he has pitched, those those final scores have been 11-10, 25-1, 11-4.
Holy crap.
Now, this is how cold I am. Okay, this is why I'm pissed off myself, because I'm cold. Okay, I have had a very bad week. I've been bad in the NFL. I've had a bad week, bad 4 or 5 days. Because I just bet the over 11.5. But what you should do is take Dodgers money line in the over. It's plus 140. Parlay the two of them together. Dodgers run line and Dodgers team total over 6.5.
It's 12.5 today.
Okay, it was 11.5 last night.
Yeah, well, they missed last night because it's 12.5 today.
And I'd still bet over. I'd still bet over. 12.5, I'd still bet over.
Yeah.
Because they're going to first 5 over. I mean, like, this is an offensive. They did not score many in the first game. In the second game yesterday, Dodgers scored 11 runs. I believe it'll be like the second game tonight. Dodgers are going to score a lot of runs tonight.
Right.
This will be a stat padding game for LA.
Nice.
Other bet.
Like over. Bet it.
Okay. Other bet. Under 8, Orioles Nats. This is crazy.
8, Orioles Nats. Corbin Rodriguez.
The Nationals have played 3 games against the Orioles this year. Do you know how many runs the Nationals have scored? Have scored in 27 innings of work against Orioles pitching?
1 per game. I'll say 3.
0.
They haven't scored yet?
Yeah, they've been shut out in all 3 games. 1-0, 4-0, 1-0 in the 3 games.
Holy crap.
Right? It's crazy. So you have
I'm moving the total right now.
Down or up?
No, the 2 places just moved from 8 under to 7.5 over.
Okay.
I'm moving off the number.
So
guys are watching the show. How you doing? Nice to see you.
It's nuts. So I need Corbin to just be like how he was in his last start, which was not bad. So just don't be Patrick Corbin gives up 6 earned runs. Don't be that guy. Give up 3 in 5 innings. Just be that guy.
Just be that guy.
Because you have Rodriguez, who's been very good.
Okay.
And the Nationals aren't hitting, but the Orioles aren't hitting either. Right now. Their bats are cold. Under 8. Better to book it.
Under. Bet it.
Okay. Bet number 3. Braves Cubs. We talked about it earlier. It was 10.5. Now it's 9.5.
That's 9.
Now it's 9. What's the run here? Why is the number crashing?
Don't know. Somebody's sitting out. They
Braves must be sitting
resting guys.
Brave must be, right? I've not bet this yet.
No Acuna, no Olsen, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they're, I don't know, trying to set this up. I don't know. I really don't know.
So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait more and see where that number flattens out at to see exactly why that number.
Yeah, you can wait and get 9 right now.
Yeah,
at a lot of places. There's 9.5 left. Just wait.
Yeah, so see where that goes. I can't believe that number is gonna. I can't believe that might go. That number is being bet under. And then finally, Pirates plus 120 money line today.
I did the video for the Buccos on the pregame show. If you guys are in Pittsburgh or you watch the broadcast, it's the pregame show opener. I guess they put it on. I did Pirates plus 1.5 and over. Is a big move on the under. I don't know. Look at Oviedo's stats and you tell me if you want under.
No,
he gives up a ton of base runners.
Yeah, he does.
And Suarez hasn't lasted into the 6th in a few starts. I was going back and looking. I'm like, they're going to get to the bullpen. The bullpen guys were probably having a really good night last night. I don't know. This might be one of those ones. The game's 9-8, 8-7. Take a run and a half and go over. That's what I played on the show.
Well, I may need to follow that. We'll see where I go with that. I might just, it's a plus 1.5, maybe a good play.
Yeah.
All right. Super chat questions from you guys. They're flowing now. Dave's daily picks jumps in. IU's defense will keep them in the game against Penn State. Dave's daily pitch said he was born at the hospital at Northwestern. Go Cats. Sorry, Dave.
Stop with that.
Big Business said he loves Nathaniel Lowe anytime home run. Rangers team total over. Is it Lowe or Lowe? I would say Lowe.
Lowe.
Lowe. I thought. Okay. Appreciate both of you guys so much. Kicking ass for us with the BPS customers. Yes, thank you, Big Business. Appreciate you being with us. You like team total over for the Rangers today?
I like the game over. Dunning and Canning, that feels like, wow, what just happened in that game? Big movement. The whole board lit up. They're betting the dog. It's down to 150, 154, 160.
No Seager. Yeah, Seager being out today. Seager's not going to play.
Yikes. Not today. What if, oh boy, that'd be sad for big business.
The lineup, Acuna is playing, Albies is playing, Riley's playing, Olsen's playing, Ozuna's playing. They're all playing.
They're all, that's just wrong. They're just playing.
What is wrong? What's going on? Why is it never going down?
I don't know. I really don't know.
That's
put the Texas Ranger.
It's Frap, Mikey. Awesome. Frap, not Frappy. It's Frap.
Frappy.
It's Frappy.
Floppy.
Crunchy Beaver. Dion put a target on his team's back along with his boys and their antics. They're going to get throttled if a team gets the chance. They're on a 3 out of 4 murders row to end the season. A little humility goes a long way. Yeah, I'm not gonna blame him.
I guess Crunchy's age is over 50.
So, what does that matter?
No, that just sounded like not an old man yell at my lawn or get off my lawn comment, but
someone with experience who knows that you just don't talk because you get
this is
smacked
exactly
around.
right. But Dion's older, and he's got a lot of young kids. He's got to explain this to them. They've been chirping too much. They got.
He wants them to chirp.
He wants the kids to chirp.
Absolutely. You can't say we coming, and I'm bringing my bags, and they're Louis to everybody that wants to hear it, and his kids are going to go like, oh, yeah, we're not going to talk about that? We're not going to talk like that? Of course. You act like your coach. Your team is a representation of your coach.
All right.
He wants them to talk. DNP going through some shit. I don't know, big business. Is that you, or is that the Rangers, or is that Seager?
Oh, no, that's a report. You put on there like questionable or did not play going through some shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's probably decent. In Crunchy Beaver, whoever wants a refund every time something goes awry in a game, sports wagering is probably not for you. Agreed.
Thank you.
They need to go sit in a casino with the old guy at the end of a Vegas. They need to go sit with the old guy at the end of Vegas vacation and go play Keno. It's not a bad point. No, I'm with you. I think that's true as well.
Yeah,
zero-sum game. Betting is a zero-sum game. There are winners and there are losers. You don't get to change the rules at the end.
It teaches you that you can't control everything. You make a wager. You can have the best number. You can have the better team. And the ref fucks you. The coach fucks you. The player fucks you. That something happens and you lose. You have the best of it. Poker. Tyler is in there. Tell him, Tyler, you get the nuts
right
after the flop. You have it nailed. And it's called getting, what is that? The suck out? I don't know. There's all kind of terms.
What? The suck out? What?
Yeah, you get the guys get the suck out, and you get runner, and boom, your best play that you had won lost. It's gambling. You lose. It happens.
Agreed. Favorite thing about today is what?
Is it the Dame trade?
It's big.
I mean, sports-wise, it's the Dame trade.
No, but Mikey, awesome. Listen, Mike, listen.
Whoa,
frappe is not what Friendlies has. Friendlies calls it a frap. A frappe. He's sending me the pronunciation guide in the Discord channel saying it's frappe. That's fine. I'm just telling you what Friendlies calls it. Friendlies calls it a frap.
I think you call it a frap.
No, everybody from New England calls it a frap. We all call it a frap.
You guys say some shit wrong.
Friendly. Of course, we say things like Haverhill as Haverhill and things like
yeah, like what did you just say that again?
Haverhill is how you spell it. It's Haverhill. Okay.
You just ignored like 6 letters in a word.
Worcester. Ever seen how you spell Worcester?
I've been looking at that for 50 years. I remember seeing that. What is that guy saying? It don't look like it's Worcester, right?
Worcester, right. But it's Worcester. Right. Okay. So don't tell me that they're words that are supposed to be pronounced one way from New England. We don't follow anyone else's laws, rules, or examples. It's just what we do.
You just ignore vowels, consonants. You put things together and make sounds that don't have any.
How is CHATHAM Chatham?
CHATHAM. Chatham.
Yes, Chatham. There's no H.
When do we out?
When do we ignore
How
the
do you
H?
pick and choose what fucking letters you use?
It makes no sense. Like
Nothing makes sense like that.
Absolutely not. There is
Well,
no
that's
rhyme
what I
or
mean.
reason. Like, how would you say PEABODY?
PEABODY. Peabody.
Yeah, Peabody.
Peabody?
Peabody.
There's a place called Peabody, Mass?
Oh, yeah. Peabody, Mass. Oh, yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
Only place in the world that says Peabody.
Correct. I went to Memphis, and the Peabody Hotel is the most famous hotel in Memphis.
Yeah.
And I said, "Where's the Peabody Hotel?" And they were like, "What the hell are you talking about?
What are you saying?
You mean the Peabody
sir?
Hotel? No, I mean the Peabody Hotel." It's awesome.
They had to look at you like,
"Oh, where are you from? Boston?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Okay, yeah, makes sense." Not how we say it. The Peabody Hotel. Yeah, Peabody.
Peabody.
Don't ask me to explain it, Mikey. We don't make any sense. It's clear. We have no idea.
Absolutely no sense being made. My other favorite thing about today is how come when you go somewhere to get something like a coffee,
right?
Like, should it be pretty much the same every day? Like, it depends on who's working. Like, when I go to the Starbucks and order,
yeah,
and I don't do it every day, but when I go and get it when I'm out in the morning and I get home and I get the Starbucks, like, it should taste close to the same. Like, why when somebody works does it taste like shit? Like, I got the thing and I put it in the drink carrier and then I pull out and I took a sip and I'm like, what the is that? I thought I ordered something wrong. It's the same thing. Can't we get a uniform, like at least close when you get this stuff? I didn't start drinking coffee or this shit until after the stroke.
Oh.
Guy said I didn't like coffee. It was either iced tea or other shit.
Okay.
It's like a random game of chance when you go order a coffee.
I mean, look, I'm really particular with my cappuccino order, and I know before I drink it whether it was made right or not by the weight of it. When they hand
oh,
me,
you're full of shit.
I swear to God.
When
they hand me my coffee, I know whether or not it was made right.
Fucking glasses. This is great. You can feel the weight of your coffee. You know whether it's right or wrong.
Yep.
How in the hell do you know that?
Because I order a grande triple cappuccino dry.
Now you've already lost me. That's way too much. A grande triple cappuccino. What the fuck does dry mean?
Foam, not a lot of milk. So a latte is espresso with milk. A cappuccino is espresso with a little milk and foam on top. So I know I know
for you coffee people, this is a great conversation.
So whether I know if the kids, I grab it and I put it in and I go, hey, it wasn't made right. Madeline will ask me whether it was made right based upon when I grab it. She knows because the first thing I bitch about it when I put it down, because I never send it back because I don't trust people to send stuff back.
Oh, that's a rule. I've told the kids that you get what you get when we leave this drive-through.
Yeah,
I'm not sending the shit back.
In a restaurant, I might send it back once in a while. I might because it's a restaurant setting and it's more eyeballs. But in a drive-through setting, no flipping way. I will never. There's way too many people. I saw a woman yesterday at a drive-through at a fast food place in Florida who opened fire on the customer who was yelling.
They threw the French fries at her. She went and got a gun.
And started shooting. So I am never sending anything back in a drive-through ever.
Never. No.
Not enough people around. You can get away with some pretty nasty stuff going on in drive-throughs. So I never send the coffee back. I've had them say before, like, "Do you want me to remake it?" I'm like, "Nope, I'm good." I'll just deal with it. So
they hand it to you, and it's just an ounce too heavy, and you're like, "Nope, it's fucked up."
Yep. And then not even I just know because the kids are trained by Starbucks that people get mad when they're handed like a half full cup and it's like how it's supposed to be made, but someone will be like, "Oh, that doesn't feel right. That feels like empty. It's $6 for nothing," because they don't know what they're ordering. So then they fill it up with milk to make it feel like it's a full cup. Pisses me off. And I'm like, so yes, I am with you on that. There's no uniformity. There's no training when it comes to this stuff. They've put up too many coffee places too fast, and they don't train the kids very well. And when you find a place that makes it properly, you go to that place as much as possible.
Yeah, but you don't know who's working when you pull in a drive-through without
Fair.
looking. So,
Fair.
like, I pulled up today, I did the order, and then I got it, and I saw 2 new girls working that I never seen before, and I was like, "How you doing?" "Okay," and I paid, and then I put the drinks down and literally took a drink, and I was like, "Oh
Yep.
shit, this is
Wait,
bad."
Mikey Awesome's mom was born in Tewksbury.
Tewksbury,
Tewksbury,
like Bob Tewksbury.
Tewksbury. Yeah,
It's Tooks. What do you say, Tooks?
we say Tewksbury. Yeah, that's what we say.
Tooks.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, you guys just make up pronunciations. You put letters together.
Tewksbury. Yeah, because I'm from Andover. Andover and Tewksbury are next to each other. They're big rival. One of our big rivals is Tewksbury.
Tewksbury.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tewxy. Bury. Bury. Tewksbury. So
What's your favorite thing about today?
that whole conversation was about that. I absolutely love that conversation. Both sides, the Boston accents and the coffee. Both. Those are my two
early
favorite
show
things.
tomorrow, boys.
Early show tomorrow, 9
8:30
8:30. Yeah.
Pacific. Be
between
ready to
there.
go with the chats.
Early West Coast guys. Early.
11:30 Eastern. That's it. Sign
Yep.
us off. Get us out.
We'll
of here.
see you guys.